This is Derf Sites. This HTML tutorial is about web page deployment. The first part of deploying web pages takes place in the development environment. In the development environment, there are development workstations where HTML pages and the related files are created. The related files include such things as JavaScript files for behavior, cascading style sheets for the style, the HTML files themselves for the content, images. All those are constructed on development workstations, but the files must be put on a web server, because in the production environment that's where they'll be obtained via the internet, and also for testing purposes it all has to come together in an integrated fashion from the various development workstations wherever they might be located. To move files from a development workstation to a web server, the file transfer protocol is used. It has commands that instruct the movement of files, and then the file data itself is moved from the development workstations to the web server. The HTML files are depicted here as a flock of birds because the HTML page really consists of a set of related files. Just like the birds fly together, when you move the files, all the related files that make up the page have to move together in the same relationship. That's the development environment. The next environment is the production environment. Here, all the files are on the web server in an integrated fashion, and web clients throughout on various places via the internet use web browsers such as Internet Explorer or Chrome or Firefox to obtain the pages from the server and display them. And the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, is used to get the pages. A request is made to the server and a response comes back with the page, and again the page is the flock of birds, the same flock headed in the other direction, flying across the internet to the browser, where through multiple request responses all these birds come together, all the parts of the page come together, so it can be viewed as one entity in the browser. Finally, there are various etc. components that enable all this to take place in a secure manner. There are components like the firewall, which protects against unauthorized access. Load balancing server is used to distribute work across multiple servers. Proxy server caches content from other servers for quicker responses. And network routers and switches, with switches creating the local networks and routers connecting networks, in particular connecting local networks to the internet. So again, we see here how web pages are developed as a related set of files hosted on a server and then viewed in a web browser on a web client workstation.